is Kenzo. He's become a multi-millionaire at 19 selling products on Amazon.
You're making 200 G's a month. This listing, I'm pretty sure grosses about $550,000 a month. I have a Porsche GT3 RS, a Porsche Cayman S, SL65, I have a Ferrari F12 Berlinetta.
So I flew across the country to his office to see exactly how he got to this level. All right, guys, so we made it to KZ International.
Yes.
Man, tell us a little bit about where we're at right now. What goes down here?
Right now, we're at our headquarters in Huntington Beach. We got 3 units out of this building, and basically this is where, it's our one-stop shop, right? We do our sourcing, we do our selling, we store our products, we prep our products, we forward it to Amazon, we manage our Amazon storefronts here, the whole 9 yards. So essentially the business model that we follow when it comes into regards of selling on Amazon is wholesale FBA, right? So if you look at some of the products that we actually have here, you'll see a bunch of different name brand products that you'll see in your basic big box stores like Target, Walmart, Costco. All these brands already spend the millions and millions of dollars per annum on the marketing, the advertisements and whatnot. And all we need to do is source the product for a cheaper price and end up selling it for a higher retail price.
Gotcha.
So that what this allows us to do is not run any ads on any of our products. They're all naturally in demand. So literally it's a plug and play business. As long as you could source something for a cheaper price and sell it for a higher price, that's where your margin is made and no complications with it.
You're not looking for the next big thing, you're looking for the stuff that already people are shopping for, already are buying, and just figuring out how to source it for lower and sell it for higher.
Exactly, yeah. So basically, I tried private label, I tried building my own brand a few years back, and for me it totally flopped. I'm not saying that if I tried it now it wouldn't perform, but basically this business model just makes sense. It's one of the oldest businesses out there, just buy low, sell high, retail, consumer goods.
I kind of want to look and go inside and see how this all operates. Maybe you can explain a little bit about how this all works.
Yeah,
let's do it. Let's do it.
Basically everything on this side of the section of the warehouse is basically ready to go out. So it's all already labeled with Amazon labels. So basically when Amazon freight pulls up, we just take it off the shelves or take it out of the aisle and load it up straight to the truck. So on average, we average about 75 to 100 pallets sending out to Amazon fulfillment centers per week.
Yeah. So to somebody watching this, right, they're seeing Kenzo got the warehouse, he got all this set up. There's no way you started with a warehouse.
No.
Where were you holding this stuff before, bro?
So at first, when I first started, I just had my suppliers send my products directly into an Amazon fulfillment center. Because with FBA, Amazon pick, packs, ships your products, stores them, whole 9 yards. So I was able to leverage his facility at first, but the thing is, when you have someone else and all these different variables moving around, it's hard to quality control. So then I started picking up products myself. So I used to drive a pickup truck down here to LA because that's where my vendor was. I'd load up the pallets into the flatbed and I'd drive back up north, and I was storing it like on the side yard of my house. And my mom was always so mad at me.
Yeah. So you had like stacks and stacks of boxes at the side of your house.
But it would only be like 2 pallets at a time. So it wasn't anything too crazy. I actually have a few videos of me prepping it.
We'll throw some of those up on the screen.
Some of my college classmates back then. But no, it hasn't always been like this. And then after a little while, I got my first warehouse down here in LA when I moved down here. It was really small, like 2,000 square foot. And yeah, we've just been growing ever since. But
is this your only warehouse that you have right now?
No, so basically, we have 3 units out here in Huntington Beach. We have a warehouse in Miami, a warehouse in Houston, and then New Jersey's gonna be open in November. Jersey's probably gonna be one of the biggest ones that one's up, so I'm super excited.
All right, so we're gonna take a look at some of the products now, but what's the first product you started selling? Like, how'd you even get into all of this, you know?
So the first product that I actually sold when I got into wholesale FBA was Sharpie markers. So I spent $7,500, which was literally everything I had to my name from drop shipping on eBay. And I bought 2 pallets of Sharpie markers. I drove down to LA, picked them up, brought them back up to NorCal, and I flipped those. I did like 25K in revenue. The fees were a little high, so I probably only profited like $4,000 off it, but 4K off a $7,500 investment. And I sold out within like a month because it was like back to school time, like 3 years ago. I mean,
so that was sort of when it clicked for you, like, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that's when everything started making sense. Like, that's my first, like, oh, I made an investment, I made a return, everything went smoothly. I was like, okay, I'm ready to go full force with this.
Gotcha.
So
now, I mean, let's look at some of the biggest products that you got going on. I mean, we see a lot of monitors, as you were saying, a lot of electronics.
I mean, we could start here. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, but the little items like this, like some literally lip balm.
Yeah.
These are the things. If you have, let's say this listing's making $20,000 a month. Okay, you have 10 of these different products like this. You're making 200 G's a month. So basically anything from daily products like that, people are always gonna have chocolates, people are always gonna need stuff like that, to, I mean, look at this,
Got
this is
some
the most
food.
random stuff ever. We have some
The vegan soup.
You know, I got that for Jordan.
Yes, sir. I need one of these on the way out.
So the main thing we really do focus on is electronics. These are like handheld vacuums from Black & Decker.
How much would something like this bring you?
So this listing, I'm pretty sure grosses about $550,000 a month. Now, it doesn't mean we're actually producing the whole $550,000. That's just the listing on Amazon. So if you actually have the inventory to back it and you maintain buy box, you could go ahead and do that. But in reality, I probably have like half a month's worth of stock. So in reality, I'm only going to do maybe like 250K revenue from this.
But that's just from this one product. And you got all these other products as well.
We have a bunch of different products in here. So that's the thing. It's about diversifying your portfolio, making sure you're well-rounded.
But it all starts with that one first product.
It all starts with that one product, right?
For the people watching, they might look at you and see this and think this is not possible for them. Is this a business that anybody could get involved with?
Yeah, honestly, that's what I love about this. It's a business that you're able to really plug and play. The thing is, it's not like private label. I'm not here to dog on private label because it's a great business model. With this, if I see that this product is making $200,000 a month currently on Amazon, all I need to do is source it for a lower price and sell it for a higher price. Now, don't get me wrong, the more money you have for this business, the better. I started with $7,500, which is more than the average person, but I've had students start with $500 or $1,000 or $2,000, and just as you get more and more money, it becomes more lucrative, more revenue, more profit, more expansion.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's some good insight because it is possible. I mean, Kenzo didn't grow up rich, and we're actually going to talk about that now. I kind of want to go on a drive in the 720, so we're going to talk a little bit about his background, how he got started, and then we'll call it a day. So let's go for a drive, bro.
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Right now we in the whip. What kind of car is this, bro?
McLaren 720S Spider.
What was your first car? Like, what did you start with?
So my first car, okay, so there's two different first cars. There's the first car I bought, and then there's a first car that I used. First car I used was a GM CCR 1500 because I was working construction at the time.
Gotcha. So you used to have like a regular job. You didn't go straight into entrepreneurship.
No, I mean, okay, so I wasn't on payroll. I was working for like a family friend, like a friend of my family, like construction company. So that's what I was doing. But my first car that I actually bought with my own money was a McLaren 650S.
Oh wow! And how old were you when you did that?
I was 17.
Okay, so that must mean when you were, what, 15, 16, you started entrepreneurship. Like, talk to me about that process because you didn't just hit a home run the first try, right? You had some failures along the way.
So, funny story, and a lot of people don't know this about me. I actually got arrested when I was in 7th grade. For paraphernalia. So I was that kid always trying to look to make an extra buck. So I actually got caught selling vape pens like back in the day.
The carts.
Yeah.
Man.
So this was before like Jules and any of that stuff. So I was selling vapes. 8th grade, I was making t-shirts with prints on it. So I was always doing these little side hustles to make money. But first like actual business I got into was actually Shopify dropshipping.
Got you.
And that flopped. Then I tried Shopify wholesale, and I tried building a brand around this jewelry company. And I remember getting my first sale like 11 p.m. in Portland, like on some trip with my mom.
Yeah.
And I felt euphoric.
Yeah.
But that was probably 1 out of like 5 sales I've done in my lifetime for that company. So
tell me about what that was like. I mean, coming up when you were going through those failures, like what kept you going? How did you stay resilient enough to get to this level? Because I know it wasn't easy, bro.
I mean, I just saw people like I don't know. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I started this because I wanted the exotic cars, I wanted the private jets, I wanted a life that was unknown to me. So that's why I started, and just going through that, I just never thought I couldn't do it, right? So when I start something, I don't expect shitty results. I just kept hustling, and I tried this, I tried that. I saw people making money a million different ways, so I was like, okay, you know what? There has to be some way that I could succeed, and I just kept going and going, and you know, there were some losses, there were some low points, and it is what it is. You just got to keep going. You know, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. So what's next for KZ International?
Well, right now the next thing is our warehouse in New Jersey. I'd say that's probably our next big thing. I'm basically trying to get 48 warehouses in the lower 48 states, and after that, I mean, honestly, I think I might be willing to sell the company if the bid's high enough. So that's kind of where I'm at with everything.
It's inspiring, bro, for sure.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, it's been a great day at the office, bro. Thank you for showing us around. Thank you for taking me for driving the car. So look, man, one last word of advice for anybody watching this video, old, young, trying to get like you. What do you got to tell them, man?
Just honestly stay in your own lane, focus on yourself, stay on consistent. As long as you make the right decisions in life and you're consistent with it, your life could change fast. It wasn't too long ago where I was an average student living an average life, going to school on the weekdays, construction on weekends, video games after school, just same stuff, different day, right? So now we live the life of our dreams. We do what we want, when we want, with the people we care about, and that's all that's important in life.
Yeah, man, that's real. So where can they find you? Where are you at?
Basically, the only platform I'm really active on as of right now is Instagram. So if you guys want to go ahead and check me out, it's going to be at KNZO.
We'll put it in the description down below and pop it up on the screen. Guys, make sure to go follow Kenzo. He's always dropping game. Dude also lives a crazy lifestyle, so you can check that out as well.